It's day 4, I think, of the Louisville Congress. There's Beans. We're taking on the Vanderbilt today with Matt and John. First round, we are seeded 34th, and we're playing the 29th seeds. So, as draws go, it's not going to be easy, but it's a fair challenge, I think, to make the second day of the Vanderbilt. There are fewer than 64 teams, so we're straight into the knockouts. There's no kind of pre-qualifiers like there was when we played in the Spin Gold last summer. And we have the luxury that if we win, we're likely to play the 4th seed. So, although we might have a favourable draw for the first round, given our seeding, we don't have a favourable draw for the rounds after that. So, we'll do what we can. It'll be a good experience. And how many boards is it today?
56.
56 boards it is. That's quite a lot. So, and we're a team of 4 throughout. So I think our opponents are a team of 4. But obviously, when you want to get deep in these, if you want to win these, you realistically want to be playing on a team of 6. To play 56 boards day after day after day, and continue to win against the people we're going to end up playing against if we do well, is just not feasible, I think. So. But I'm here to play bridge. I actually much prefer teams of 4. I don't really like teams of 6. I don't like any sort of infighting about who sits out or anything like that. Or I just want to play, and it's very difficult for me to say when I'm going to play bad. How do you predict when you're going to play bad? And often, after I've had a bad set, I'll come back and have a fine set. Say again?
I said I know when I am. Always.
Beans, if you didn't hear that, Beans says he knows when he's playing bad. Always. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that. We've done well before. So, just had another walk across the bridge. I've got my coat on today because Beans said it was 0 and he does Fahrenheit, so that must be really cold. No, he's being nice and talking to us in Celsius. Oh, there's John, I think. Hi, John! Oh, he's walking away, he's going somewhere. Man on a mission with his little red book. So, we're just walking on the high street. This is the venue here. The waterfront Plaza office towers and one half of the Galt. And I don't think we've got screens today. We'll check in a sec. But screens will be probably from tomorrow onwards. And the view graph, and also there's a view graph starts tomorrow. That's when Andy starts doing some actual work finally. She's just been lazy at the moment. Oh, it's nice and warm here, and this is why I regret bringing my coat. I now have to carry this big thing around all day. So, see what breakfast treats they've got today. Some sort of bagel, maybe. Yum 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 yum. Biscuits, apparently, and biscuits in America aren't biscuits in England. So, there's the draw where McAllister. So there where we are. We're in the last quarter of the draw, or whatever they call that. And we have some sort of chicken bap, something, I don't know. So that's our breakfast today. We're going to eat that, we're going to find the playing area, and then we've got 56 interesting boards hopefully today of Vanderbilt magic. So this whole room is Vanderbilt. There's going to be 62 tables in play or something like that. I think 2 teams have a bye until tomorrow. That's Nickel, or maybe 3 teams have a bye. Nickel, Fleischer, and or maybe, I don't know, something like that. Nickel, Fleischer, and someone, whether it's Zimmerman. So it's Team Switzerland. So obviously, in terms of this room, must have like the strongest concentration of bridge players in terms of absolute skill that there is in the world. There's people from all around the world. They're all countries coming in. There's our captain, wonderful captain, I think, John. And we're at D9, so we're at the side of the room. We are hand dealing today, so good luck, future Steve, reconstructing these hands to the pip. I'll try my best. And yeah, we're going to go. It's 56 boards apparently, so maybe. I think it looks like it's 60 actually. Is it not 60? Is it not 60 boards? It must be 60 boards. Yeah, so maybe it's 60 boards. Maybe we're playing 2 15s before lunch and 2 15s after lunch or something like that. So we'll do the best we can. And yeah, this field is a tough field. Obviously, Seeding helps. A random draw might have been, a bit more exciting, but obviously you don't want all the top teams playing each other too early for the integrity of the event. I think what I would prefer would be mild seeding for maybe the top 8, and then the rest to be a bit of a random free-for-all. But it's always been this way, and it probably always will be. So yeah, we're going. I don't know what seating we're outside. John's sorting it out now. We're going to shuffle up and deal, as poker players would say, and we're ready to start. Let's finish the first set, and I did check with the director. I'm allowed to film. I think it was just either an overzealous director or someone who's going off older rules. Generally, I think we've done fine. I think we haven't got any big pluses, but we've done decent. I think there was one board. We've missed one game, and I don't know who's at fault here. Maybe I can work out Beans is as strong as he is, but I'm going to give you Matt's hand, and Matt has got King Queen X, 3 small, Ace Queen Jack, Ace King to 4, and it goes pass, pass, pass. So Matt opens 1 club with this 19 count. Not worth upgrading to 2N. It's as 19s go, you've just got 1 4-card suit, no 5-card suit, no 10s. So there's no point in upgrading to a 2N. And I responded a spade, and then the hand on your right that had passed initially does a takeout double. So you show, you readable to show 3-card spade support. And this goes pass, and your partner passes this. Now, we haven't got an agreement what this shows, but obviously partner's going to be on the weaker side of their 1 spade bid if they're passing this, probably. If they have 5 good spades and a 10 count or something, they might have bid 2 spades. So don't necessarily know exactly what this shows, whether this denies 5 spades or whether this denies a good hand, but there are things partner could have done with a good hand, or with maybe 4-4 in clubs and spades. It could have been 2 clubs or something like that. So when partner passes, they just don't have anything to say. So it's more of a non-positive, I think, but we haven't got an agreement. And then the next hand that had doubled bids 2 diamonds. Now what do you do with this hand over 2 diamonds here? What is double? What is 2N? What is 2 spades? There's a very good chance that you haven't got an 8-card spade fit if partner, or if you do, partner's going to be pretty weak. So you could jump to 3 spades, but you're sort of committing to playing in spades and you're missing out on 3N. You could bid 2N, but you haven't got a heart stop. You could bid something. So Matt did what you should do when you're not sure what to do. He doubled, which I think it's just got to be takeout. I mean, obviously, if partner passes this, you're not, it's decent, but you're not expecting partner to pass it very often because partner's not going to think it's penalties, and I don't think it should be penalties. And over this, partner bids 3 clubs. So what do you do with 3 clubs? Well, maybe you bid 3 diamonds, showing a diamond stop. I mean, if they've got 2 suits, 3 hearts probably shouldn't be naturally when they've shown hearts, and you haven't bid hearts yet. So maybe you bid 3 diamonds to show a diamond stop because there's 2 suits you're worried about, and maybe partner can bid 3N or something like that. I don't know exactly what to do, but Matt bid 3 spades, and I didn't place him for such a strong hand. I thought he was distributional for his takeout double, and then I thought he's maybe something like 3-4-2-4 or something like that. So I passed it out, and we made 10 tricks in 3 spades. A bit luckily the 10 of spades does fall, but I think you want to be in 3N. I've got ace jack 10 of hearts. You can see the full hand here, or at least the north-south hands. And the king of diamonds is on side, obviously, so it's, the cards are lying well for us, and we've got double stops in hearts, double stops in diamonds, or triple stops in diamonds, and then all these jacks and 10s in the side suits. So that'll be probably a swing out. We've got game values, and game makes in multiple strains, at least, makes in no trumps and spades. So I feel like that's going to be a swing out, but I think that's the only out and out bad board that we've got, and then the rest are good. We beat them in 1, 2, 3 part scores by a trick, and I don't think we've missed any other games. So we'll see where we're at, and you might rely on the other table, but it felt flattish. But obviously it could be 30 imps either way. We don't know what's happened elsewhere. So I did pick up 2 8-card spade suits. And it's Peter Crouch, everyone. Peter Crouch, everyone. Woo! Yeah, he's from England. He's a lovely guy. He was trying to photobomb me, but from the wrong side. When I'm holding this camera, everyone thinks that I'm pointing it forwards, but I'm just pointing it at myself. So there we go. So yeah, that's our bad board, but we'll see what happens. I'll give you a report of what our imp score is after the first set, but teammates are still playing, so report to come shortly. So we lost by 2. There was a hand where I tried to do something called walking the dog, and this is my hand. You have ace king queen to 8. I mentioned it earlier. A 2 low, ace third void. It goes pass to you, and you've got 9 tricks in your own hand, but it's not a 2 club open, I don't think. So I just opened 1 spade, and we're favourable. So it's not going to get passed out when you've got an 8-card suit. It just doesn't, and you've got a void club. So they're generally only going to pass it out in 4th when they've got like a moderate spade length with you. If they've got short spades, they're going to strive to come in if they can. So I open a spade, the next hand bids 2 hearts, partner passes, and the hand on my right bids 3 diamonds as a good heart raise. So walking the dog is where you know you're going to get to game, and you know game is making, but you're trying to get doubled, or you're trying to stop them bidding over your game, or something like that. You're trying to underrepresent or misrepresent your hand to do that. And it involves some risk. So here, I ended up bidding 3 spades. 3 non-forcing spades. And the risk is that it goes 3 spades, pass. But we're playing teams, and he bid 2 hearts, vulnerable. His man has shown a good heart raise, vulnerable. And one of them is going to be short in spades. So the logic is, this is never getting passed out. One of them's going to be short enough in spades that they're going to chance a thin, vulnerable game, even if they've not got the values. They're going to chance it because they're going to look at their singleton or look at their void spade and bid 4 hearts. And the reason to do that then is when it comes, if it goes 4 hearts, pass, you then bid 4 spades, and it looks like you're reluctantly sacrificing a vulnerable game favourable. And rather than bidding to the 5 level, they might decide to double you. Remember, the 5 level belongs to the opponent. If they bid 5 hearts, you're bidding 5 spades. But the same principle's true. 5 spades could make. You don't need much from partner. Just something like a singleton heart or the king, jack of diamonds or something like that. You don't need much from partner to make 5 spades. And you've got no defence to 5 hearts. But what you're trying to do is buy the contract as the lowest number of spades doubled as long as you're in game. So I tried to walk the dog, and I bid 3 spades. It goes 4 hearts. Partner bid 4 spades. I'm like, oh, that's not great, because now they know. Now partner's got spades, and now they're both short in spades. Now they're definitely going to bid 5 hearts. And they went pass. I'm like, oh, okay. So we played in 4 spades at 1. Partner puts down king, jack of diamonds, and the queen's on side, so the full hand's there. And the other table. Teammates doubled 5 spades, which you're going to double 5 spades, and obviously I thought at our table they're more likely to bid to the 5 level, and the other table they've got more information, they've shown a good raise, and the other table they just bid to 5. So I tried to get doubled in spades and didn't, and the other table did, and I think Teamies led a diamond, so it made 12. The diamonds are 3 through the queen on side, or something like that. I can't remember the exact diamond layouts that gives 12. But yeah, so we lost 7 imps on the board, but I tried. If I jumped to 4 spades, they bid 5 hearts, and it goes pass 5 spades, and we probably flatten the board. But I don't know 5 spades is making, and I'm pretty sure 4 spades is. So I was trying to buy it in 4 spades, and we lost 7 imps. Maybe if I did something differently, we could have flattened it. So we've had probably a better set 2 here. We've got more plus positions than we had in set 1. They let Beans make 1 spade. They let through my 4 hearts at trick 1. It's difficult. Well, not difficult, but he's made an aggressive lead and it let it through. They went up from 1 end when they can make it. They went up from 5 clubs they can make it. They went in 4 spades double they can make it. I might show you that hand in a sec. It was potentially interesting. I don't know whether you should be making that or not, but there's some information you can get from the bidding. So we're going to have some sandwiches that Matt made. Some egg, cheese and ham sandwiches. He makes good egg mayonnaise. and we're going to hang around for a bit and come back for set 2. Hopefully we'll be leading, but who knows. Again, these are plus positions. They're not like them boards that are winning. They're just positions that if Matt and John hit par or something like that, they've got the opportunity to win the board, but we shouldn't be losing those boards, so hopefully there. And we've got no out and out bad boards like we had last time out, like where we missed a game. So we're going to chill out for a bit. I'm going to analyse that 4 spades in a bit more detail. I might show you that in a second. Just had dinner. We brought some sandwiches in today, some wraps, some egg mayonnaise wraps. Would highly recommend. If Matt Brown ever offers you one, you should take it. They're very nice. So we had this hand. I'm going to give you Matt's hand, and I'm trying to construct it off from the bidding. You've got something like 10-8 to 5, Jack 10, 9 to 4. It's too low stiff. I'm missing a card. I think you must be 5-5 in the majors. So I think you've got 10-8 to 5, Jack 10, 9 to 5, too low stiff. And it's an opening lead problem, so you just need to listen to the bidding like you normally do. And your partner opens a strong no trump in first seat. The hand on your right bids 2 spades, which shows spades and a minor. Now you've got 5 spades with them, so you know they haven't really got a spade for it. And they're vulnerable, so it's probably going to be 5-5, you'd think. This goes 3 no trumps on your left, so they jumped to 3 no trumps. They didn't even ask what the minor was. Pass from partner. And on your right, they bid 4 clubs, so they pull 3 no trumps to 4 clubs. You pass. They bid 5 clubs on your left. Pass, pass, pass. What do you think you should lead at trick 1? Or what do you think the right lead is? So, the hand initially will be 5-5 to bid 2 spades. And so when they pull 3N, they must have more distribution than that. So they're probably going to be 5-6, 5-7, 6-6, something like that. They're going to have a bit more shape than normal because they're worried 3N's not going to make, and they're just trying to play one of their suits. So maybe they've got bad suits but length or something like that. So maybe, don't necessarily know. And what do you think? Well, how do you think they're going to make it? Partner's got a strong no trump, and you've got 1 count, so they've got like 24 max. How are they going to make it? Maybe they're going to make it on some sort of cross rough. Is that likely? Well, yes, I think so. I think the spades are likely to be distributed 1, 2, 5, 5 around the table. Partner's got 2. Dummy's likely to have 1. I think it's very weird for dummy to have none, unless they've got like a solid suit of themselves, because if they had no spades, they could have inquired about the minor and bid 5 on the minor. So if dummy has 1, that might be fine. If dummy has none, they're probably going to have like solid diamonds or something. So on the basis that dummy's got 1 spade, how are they going to make this? Well, they're probably going to make it by cross-roughing or roughing. And so I think there's a very good reason to lead a trump at trick 1. Maybe you've got the spade stopped. Partner is going to have 15 to 17 count somewhere, so partner's going to have the other suits sort of stopped. Maybe they've got the ace of clubs or the king of clubs or various aces. But this is your only shot, so the downside of leading a trump means you can't maybe lead a heart through dummy. But how many hearts do we think are really cashing? How many diamonds do we think are really cashing? Hearts, you'll be lucky if you cash 1, I think. Diamonds, you might have more scope. So potentially I might lead a diamond, but I think potentially a club is the best lead. At match points you might need something safe, but beating things at match points is also good. So I think potentially on this auction a club is right, and you can see the whole hand. This is the one hand in the set that as a team we lost poorly on. And you can see the whole hand. The Clara is very distributional with the black suits. I can't remember the exact shape. There's something like they're 5-2-0-7 or something, or 5-2-0-6 I think they are, with 6 bad clubs and ace queen to 5 spades. So they haven't really got the hand that wants to play in 3, and so they pulled it, and they were lucky to find their partner with 3 good clubs as club support. But a club lead means you can stop all the spade roughs that happen. If you don't need a club, they might be able to rough a spade with a jack, rough a spade with the ace, throw a spade away on something or whatever, and get home. And they did. Matt led a heart, they went with the ace, they roughed a diamond, they played the spade, roughed a diamond, threw some hearts away, roughed a heart, and so on, and ended up cross roughing sort of high-ish. I got at some point to rough in with my king of clubs, but then they made the rest. So you might think the bad luck stops there, that maybe we could lead a club, and what we would be doing is leading a club to flatten the board, because at the other table Matt got to 3N. I can't remember the auction, but he got to 3N, and they lead the king of diamonds or the ace of diamonds and saw dummy. And do you think you can make 3N? Well, you've got everything stopped, and you know that the one count never gets in to lead through the queen of hearts or lead through the queen of diamonds. But they found an excellent switch at trick 2. They found a spade switch, which kills the entry to the clubs. I don't know whether they knew that was the case. Maybe just the spade looked the safest. Matt's shaking the head. He says they don't think they knew that was the case. So, and what you can do if they don't switch to a spade is you can play ace of clubs, queen of clubs, jack of clubs, try and knock out the king, and then you can overtake the spades. And if they do try and block the clubs by taking the second club, you can throw your third club, your jack of clubs or your queen of clubs, away on the queen of spades. So you end up making 2 spades, 6 clubs, 5 clubs, or something, 5 clubs, and 2 red tricks. How do you make 2 red tricks?
Whenever if they don't play a spade or a club, they have to give you a red trick.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they get M played at trick 2 effectively to lead a red trick. They could exit with a club, couldn't they? And then you're in trouble. God, Matt's giving me false analysis here. Anyway, so that was our bad board of the set. I think a club lead is findable. I think potentially a spade switch is unlucky from Matt's point of view, that effectively any other switch effectively gives him his 9th trick. So that we lost 13 imps on, but we did win the set by 29. So we had a lot of other good boards. So after 3 sets, we are up 16. We lost 11 on that set, dribbled a few part score swings away. There was a mistake at both tables. We gained 10, and then teammates lost 10, I think. So it's a bit of a flatty set. I'll give you one hand though. You held 2 low, 6 low, low, queen jack, low, low. I think your hearts are 6 to the 10, and partner opens a strong no trump. And Beans doesn't upgrade as much as the next man, so Beans will have 15, 17 more often than not, and they don't interfere. You transfer to hearts, and partner jumps to 3 hearts. What are you doing? Well, if you know how many values partner has in hearts, you might chance this. What you really want is partner to have ace to 4 hearts and nothing else, because then you know they've got all their cards are working. You really need partner to have the clubs, something in clubs, either a double turn or the king or the 8, something like that. And you can't find this out, so you're just guessing a bit. But if you know for sure that partner's got ace empty to 4 hearts, you know they're going to have values outside. If partner's got ace king jack X of hearts, or ace queen jack X, or even king queen jack X, the odds that partner will have what you need outside is pretty low. I'm about to score up, so I'm back in a sec, but basically I passed and make 4. Boo. Final set came in. Beans and I wobbled, to say the least. We've just scored up and we managed to make it through. I think we had a 5 imp cushion at the end of it. Our opponents played really well. Other than 2 boards, they played really well. They got to 2 Mauritian 4 hearts. 1, they've got other games available, and 2, but the second one, can't touch it, and we can't touch either of them. And we're giving rough and discards and stuff, but in both cases hearts were 3-3. So Beans and I kind of fretting, and so we then had a multi mix-up. We were defending to a multi, and we were going to a part score. It might be that nothing makes our way. It might be this, but we got into something that went for 300. So we're already having a bad board, and so I'm going to give you one of the, I'm not going to say rare, one of the rarely shown on the vlog Steve mistakes. This is my hand. You have queen jack 9, 3 low, 3 low, ace king jack X, and it goes pass and partner, 1 diamond on your right, and we're favourable. So I know a lot of people won't do this, and this is definitely me being me, and I really like overcalling clubs over diamonds. I really like taking away the space to find their mage suit fits, and And I also like when partners pass, overcalling or preempting light and stuff. So here, it's going to pass a diamond to me. We're favourable. They're not going to catch me in 2 clubs. My clubs are pretty good. Ace, King, Jack, 9. And if I get caught in 2 clubs, so be it. You know, I'll go for 500, making like 3 or 4 tricks in my own hand or something. But what he does, it makes it harder for the next hand to bid a 5-card major when they've only got like an 8 count or something, and they might struggle to find the right fit or something. They might gauge it well, and they might try for 4 major, partner will lead a club, and I might be able to cash 3 clubs because they might both be relying on the other person to be short in clubs. There are a lot of positives here. It tells partner to lead a club is another one. They might be scared of 3N with a fragile club stop, but no one's got 5 clubs, so it's fine. So I did this, but the one thing that's bad that can happen is partner hangs you, and Beans had a hand that he could hang me on. He's got 6 clubs to the queen, and he's got a flat hand, but the vulnerability, the vulnerability is favourable. He's got to bid 5 clubs. He doesn't normally hang me, and this, he isn't hanging me. I should, if I have my bid, this is the right thing to do. They've probably got 4 major on, possibly. You've not much defence to 4 major. You've got virtually no club tricks and 1 heart trick. So unless partner's got a really good hand, you can't really defend 4 major. So it went a diamond, 2 clubs, double, and Beans bids 5 clubs, double PPP, and I went for 800. And worse, teammates didn't make game. I don't know what they're offering, but maybe there's like a double heart finesse or something, or they get forced. Or I don't really know. Maybe they just don't have 10 tricks. So it was a vulnerability-induced 2-club overcall after the fact that we'd had 2 bad boards already, and it was bad, and it was the worst thing I did today in terms of the result. And I think in the future I'll still do that sort of thing, because I think it shows a net positive in the long run. Maybe I don't do it very often. I haven't done it at all with Beans this weekend. It just things aligned. It's gone pass. It's gone 1 diamond, not a major. So partners likely to be on lead against a major some of the time. So anyway, it didn't work, but we made it through. So we're going back tomorrow. As Matt said, it's behind screens, so we are going to be the Beans behind screens, and we've got a 9:30 start tomorrow. We're going to be playing. I haven't actually looked yet, but probably Rosenthal. Yeah. So we're playing someone who got a walkover after 3 sets, or the concession after 3. So it should be a really good game. I think they've got Boyer and Bakker and some other people, and obviously they're the 4th seeds. So we'll do what we can. We've already punched above our weight, beating a higher seed than ours. And we just need to be a bit steadier, I think. We were fine, I think, today. We were fine. But tomorrow, fine won't be good enough, so we need to do better. If I can think of another interesting hand, I'll add it after this. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow for the next round of the Vanderbilt, so the last 32. So it turns out that this board was crucial. It was the last one Beans and I played, and it ended up being flat. And I'm just going to show you the whole hand. But we actually gave the opponents a chance to win the match on this board. It's the very last board that happened, and you can see the whole hand here. The bidding goes pass, pass, 3 clubs. Vulnerable 3rd in, seems fine. You could be a lot worse for that. You could have 6 easily. I did a takeout double on my 4-5-4-0 hand, and this goes pass, pass, pass. So we're defending 3 clubs doubled. And I lead the ace of spades and get an attitude from Beans that says he doesn't like spades. So I know Beans is either going to have both red aces in a club honour, or maybe 2 club honours and missing 1 red ace. But I can't imagine Declare was going to have ace queen of hearts. So I switched to a heart. And it went heart to the ace and heart to the queen and king. Now, I don't know whether Beans has got the ace of diamonds or not. And it might be right to make them misguess diamonds or something or whatever. What I didn't want to do is cash the jack of hearts to allow Beans to throw something away, because I don't necessarily know that's the right thing to do at this point in time, and this is my error. I think they can go less off if I do what I did. And what I did at trick 3 or 4 is I played a low diamond, making them guess the diamond situation, and they put the king up. They're trying to get an entry to dummy to play a club off, and Beans wins the ace. So it didn't cost me playing a diamond as it went. Beans then plays a diamond back the rough. I get him with my ace of spades, and I was able to play the jack of hearts to let Beans throw his last spade away. And then at some point, Beans gets the rough of spade, and he also makes the jack of clubs because he's got a diamond exit. So as long as I don't take that off him, he's fine. But if we go back to trick 4, when I play a diamond, if Declarer plays the jack, Beans wins the ace. He can play a spade to my ace. He can play spade to my ace, and I can then play the jack of hearts, allowing Beans to throw his last spade away. But we can never actually get the spade rough now. What Declarer can do is he can rough this, play ace, king, queen, and 10 of clubs to Beans, and then Beans is end played into playing a diamond, which allows Declarer to throw their losing spade away and not suffer the spade rough that we got at our table. So it's really lucky, because if we don't get 800 there, our teammates also went for 800 on a slightly better defence, we lose the match. And it was the last board we played. It shows you that, over 60 boards we played, it came down to the very last board we played. And if we don't get max value, and I understand why Declarer's put the king up, he's trying to go as less off as possible, and obviously if I've been tricky and underled the ace, the king holds, he's in dummy, he can take his club finesse, he might only go one off. So whether Declarer should get that right or not, I don't know. You can sympathise with them why they didn't. They also think at this point they're still going to make a spade. So then, it looks like they might make it if the king of diamonds holds. So really lucky that we got away with that. And Matt breathed a sigh of relief when we were reading the scores out and we went plus 800, and he went, whew, flat. To say that's few for that being a flat board is pretty good. That was the one he was worried about, and it was the one that effectively put us in through to the round of 32. So yeah,